through. Speaking of all-time greats, what a goal. How good is he?
If you're David Mundy, you can do anything.
Brayshaw. Oh, he goose-stepped beautifully. And a couple. Herky-jerky, shake and bake. Magnificent.
Shake and bake. You got Rilka and Stewie.
Back for another
Mate,
episode.
look at
The
this.
third episode of the week. How bloody good is that?
Oh, mate. And the bloody seasons is coming out. The first round, it's here.
You wanted more content?
It's our
We've got more content.
We've got more content. We
We've
deliver.
got it.
We here at the Flagmantle podcast, we deliver on our promises. We deliver.
Did we actually promise this, though, or are we just doing it?
We just did it because we feel nice, don't we?
Yeah, mate. Look,
We got nothing else to do with our
round
lives.
is Among Us.
Yeah, mate, it is here.
Yeah,
I
I am so excited. And by the time this podcast comes out on Thursday, I'm actually going to be in Melbourne. I'm going to be there.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Hello from Melbourne.
Hi from Melbourne.
So,
Hello.
yeah, well, mate, you're going to have a treat.
Oh.
90,000 plus at the MCG.
2 nights in a row.
2 nights in a row.
Yeah.
And I'm jealous.
It's going to be good.
It's going to be
It's
bloody
going to
good.
be real good. And I'm so excited. If you're in Melbourne and you want some extra tickets to the Saints and Freo game, we have some. We have some to give away. I think the giveaway might be decided by Thursday, but we will see.
We'll see. But
we'll see.
anyways,
Sponsored by Pipemakers. Check out pipemakers.com.au. But yeah, look, they provide the best pipes in the state.
They do.
For WA. So yeah, look, it's an exciting time to be a football fan.
very exciting. Very nice.
Very nice.
But,
And
it's-
we're playing the Sainters, mate.
Wait, we are playing the Saints. It's getting to Flagmantle versus...
The contests that matter in this quarter. Great build-up. Ace searching. It's been a long time coming, that one.
Point turnaround. Fremantle had a shot at goal to make it 30 points. It's now back to 19. Sarong feeds it wide to O'Driscoll. Puts the hammer down. Has a bounce. Runs to 50. Drives it long.
Mate.
Right.
Flagmantle versus
The Saints.
the Saints.
We're fighting St Kilda and Rosslyn. Now, it's going to be really hard to predict what's going to happen on the weekend because obviously St Kilda, a new coach, new style of play, different players playing.
Oh, it's going to be so
14
interesting.
injuries on the injury list as well for the Saints.
They've got no legs left.
No,
How are they
they-
standing?
They don't have any bodies. So, look, it's going to be interesting to see what Rosslyn does. And I honestly can't predict what he's going to do or how the game's going to go. As the season progresses, we'll figure some more stuff out. We'll predict
sure
the game a
will
bit better.
indeed,
But
mate.
yeah, look, against the Saints, just don't know what's going to happen yet.
Mate, we don't know what's going to happen. The forward line is an issue for the Saints, but we think we've got it covered, don't we? We think we've got it covered with our Fremantle's defense. We've
Yeah.
got a very handsome defense, do we not?
Yes.
Very handsome
Yes.
indeed.
On the field and off the
And
field.
on and off, as Luke Ryan would put it, we are
Yeah.
the hottest. He probably is one of the hottest.
Looks
defenders.
wise?
Yeah, Alex
Yeah.
Pierce as well.
Oh, yeah.
The
Brennan Cox.
majestic. That man has.
Don't stare into Coxie's eyes too long. You'll fall in love. Like,
Yes. Well, did you see the mane he had when he was over east for the Captain's Day?
oh,
Alex
Pierce?
Pierce, yes.
Yes.
Outstanding.
He had the locks out, the
Yep.
nose ring in.
He looked beautiful.
Yeah, he was one
Majestic even.
perfect man. Who wouldn't want Alex Pierce?
And this is why
But-
Fremantle fans get a lot of rap. We just talk and hype up our players. We froth
I
over
know.
our players. That's about
But
it.
that's okay.
It's
it
okay.
happens.
If it's Alex
That's all
Pierce,
right.
it's Alex Pierce.
Exactly. So, what I'm most interested in for this weekend is to see how our forward line fares. Now, we've got Nat Fife, we've got Matt Taberner, we've got Luke Jackson, probably Josh Tracy. Who knows what a forward
Sam
line's going
Sturt, we never know.
Who knows? I've got my predicted 23 here for later, so we'll run through that. But man, I'm just excited to see how we're going to score because I think we are going to score, but I'm just interested to see what that's going to look like.
Yes, it's going to be very interesting to see how we get those goals in the throughout the lineup. There's going to be very interesting to see who does that. There's a lot of questions over Nat Fife.
Yeah.
Is he the right one? Is he the one to kick those goals? Is
He's
it
too
Sam Sturt?
talented.
Is it an opportunity to chuck Sam Sturt in round one like he did a couple of years ago? He debuted.
Against the Bombers.
He was against the Bombers, kicked 3. Do you think it's at Marvel Stadium too? So do you think it's a bit of a deja vu moment for Sam Sturt? Do you think he deserves that spot in the lineup?
I think there are better options, but if we do need that third sort of fourth medium tall,
Yeah.
I think Sam Sturt's the one to go for. I think
Definitely.
Bailey Banfield is out of it, and Michael Walters, I'm not sure he's going to be playing. So, yeah, I think Sam Sturt has a real good chance.
I think it's
at
time for him
playing.
to chuck him in. I mean, he was at Peel for a long time, but
Yeah.
like, I think if we just give him the opportunity, he's got 1 year left on his contract. Let's give him an opportunity before he, decides to perhaps go back to Victoria for more opportunities.
Well, if he does,
Or
does
if
it
he-
matter?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter, but we don't want to let a player go without, truly testing him. He's played, what, 3 games, 4 games?
4 games, I think.
Yeah, 4 games in how many years? 3, 4?
Yeah, about the same.
Yeah,
so.
so he's got the talent. We know he has it, but he needs to deliver. And I think if he pushes hard enough, he needs to play those games. And if he starts out the start of the season, because there's opportunity for it, I think he needs to kick like a goal or 2 a game just to, keep himself in the side, because he needs to fully lift and increase his credentials so he can get more games, or he builds up his resume for going over east. You never know.
Well,
never
Sam
know.
Sturt, he was a late starter to football. He was really, really good at cricket up until he was about 17, and he had a choice to make. Was it going to be footy or cricket? And he went with football, and he got drafted in the first round by Fremantle, so expectations were high, even though we sort of knew not to put too
chuck
much.
that on a
yeah.
forward. He was a kid from Sturt, poor fella, but I mean,
Oh, he's from Victoria, I think.
Victoria,
His
yeah,
name is Sturt. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, he's
Um,
Sturt. He's from Sturt Football Club. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called.
Nah, he's from Victoria.
You're talking about Sam Sturt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sturt's in South Australia.
No, am I thinking the wrong place?
Yes.
Because I think, I think I'm thinking of the club that another player went to.
Yeah,
what
right.
club did he go to again?
Oh, I don't know, but he's a Victorian boy.
That's all that matters.
And his name is Sturt, not the club he's from. Shall we get on to the medical room real
Mate,
car?
we should just have a check who's in the medical room. That's right.
That's right. We've got the Ambos out just in case someone gets badly hurt.
You hear
Now,
that?
the names,
Yeah.
the Fremantle names that I want to discuss: Michael Walters, Michael Frederick, Nathan O'Driscoll, Luke Ryan, and Jager O'Meara. I can definitively say that Jager O'Meara will be up for selection in round 1, as will Luke Ryan, Nathan O'Driscoll, and Michael Frederick.
By the time this episode comes out, you never know. It could, he's probably going to be a lock. It's probably going to be a lock. Jago Mira, I think he's escaped. He's super lucky not to get any, bad injuries from that ankle injury, but I'm super proud of his resilience. And I think he's, a bit of luck, and he's going to be in the round 1 lineup. It's always that when you get that recruit, you're always going to get that injury in the preseason. You're going
It's
to
like
scared.
Luke Jackson got a concussion. He'll be right.
He'll be fine. He'll be playing centre half forward, kicking goals hopefully. But very, very interested to see and keen to see how this forward line actually works, because there's been quite a bit of hype between the players saying how well the chemistry is between Luke Jackson, Sean Darcy, and the midfielders. I want to see this come to fruition. I want to see Sean Darcy in the ruck majority of the time. I want to see Luke Jackson recovery and up forward and down back. He plays everywhere.
Yeah.
On the wing. Jeez, can't wait to see this player. I think a lot of people in Melbourne have underestimated this. Like, Luke Jackson's not going to be worth anything. It's fine. He's going to be something. This kid's
He's going to be
21.
good.
He's 21, 22, and he's going to be great. He's going to be great. In 4 years' time, this kid is going to blow apart the competition.
Well, if you're watching on YouTube, you'll see that I've just sat down. That's because I have some pretty heartbreaking news for us, Real Car.
Oh, what's happening?
Michael Walters will probably be playing at Peel on the weekend.
Is first time in a long time.
Yeah, he's on a minutes restriction.
Yeah,
so he could play in the AFL, but it won't be for long. They might sub him out with the new sub rule, which allows you to sub whenever for whoever for whatever reason.
Yeah.
So I think he could play AFL for about a half and get subbed out, but I don't think they're going to risk it.
Yeah.
I think they're going to play him at Peel this week and then get him into the team for round 2 against North Melbourne, which will be good.
I think that's the right call. I think he needs to rest down at Peel. It's been a while since we've seen him at Peel, but it's going to be quite interesting to see how he goes. I think it's a great call, though, from the coaching staff.
Sure. The medical room for St Kilda includes 14 players and about 8 AFL level players. So St Kilda are going to be decimated, especially their forward line. I don't see them kicking a winning score.
No, I don't either.
I don't know how they're going to kick over about 10 goals against us. So
they'll be lucky to get 6 or 7, in my opinion. I think they're just for now, their forward line's in a bit of trouble. Obviously, they try to top it up in the off season with getting those key position players. Taking a few out of the VFL, but it's gonna be tough. And I know I'm not going to cancel them out, the Saints, but it just looks very pessimistic.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Ross Lyon is a coach that has had to deal with a lack of key forwards in the past.
Yes.
And Pavlich has gone down, or he hasn't had a second forward to run with. And Ross Lyon's found a way to make it work. So
he's going to use defense. That's his plan. I guess that's the way it's always been. I think it's going to be much harder to get into that back six of the Saints than last year. I think their back six is quite fairly rated, in my opinion.
I like it.
I really like, and if Jack Sinclair's playing as this kid, so he was 80 and was in the AA, wasn't he?
He was in the team? I think so. Yeah,
All Australian. He was a halfback flanker. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure he had a great year. Tackles galore. I think that he's one to watch out for, and he's a sneaky one to watch out for in the upcoming predictions.
Yeah, that's a good call. Match committee, mate. Should we play the steam?
Absolutely. That's all right. Match committee time.
Yes, so this is
Get
the
the horns
segment
out.
where we are going to be predicting the team lineup for week to week. And of course, this is recorded on a Tuesday before Thursday. So we will release this before 4:30 and the teams get announced. So it's still a prediction and it's still viable to listen to. But I'm going to be predicting the starting 23 players, not in their positions, but I'm just going to give you a list on who I think is going to be playing. Does that sound good, Real Car?
That sounds bloody great.
All right. So our back line, we've got, I think it's about 8 players in our back line. Yeah, we do. So I'm starting off with Pierce, Ryan, Cox, and Young. And then we're rounding it out with Chapman, Clark, Walker, and Hughes, which I think will play in round 1. The mids, we've got Brayshaw, Brody, Sarong, Darcy, O'Meara, Aish. I think O'Driscoll's going to play.
I think he is. I think he should be a lock.
And I
what
think
he showed last year is enough to be on a wing spot.
I think Henry's going to take the other wing. I think he's earned it.
Yeah, I think actually Ethan Hughes, but like in obviously the team, Ethan Hughes deserves a spot in there.
Yeah.
Or even a medical sub.
Yeah.
I think Ethan Hughes could have pushed out Banfield as the medical sub.
Yeah.
I think definitely in my heart though, Liam Henry and Nathan O'Driscoll.
Yeah.
Chuck those two on the wing. See how they go. If not, try other things.
Yeah, of course.
That's it.
And the forwards, we have Fife, Taberner, Tracy, Switkowski, Schultz, Frederick, and Jackson. Obviously, the notable absentees I have down as Walters and Sam Sturt, both unlucky to miss out.
Yes.
But that's my 23. Real Car, is that all right? Does that look okay to you?
That sounds good to me.
That's good.
It's just see how it goes, I guess. See how it goes. Next week, we'll see how it folds out. You never know.
Yeah. And we'll update this every week. We won't say the full team. We'll say who we think is coming out and who's going in.
Exactly. So. We'll be shuffling a few things around. This segment could be theoretically in the middle of the week. So we never know. But it's a work in progress. But for now, that's our little team. We're going to get into our locked-in predictions, mate.
Let's do it.
That's it. This is where we talk about our locked-in predictions for the week. There's no getting out of this, mate. There's no getting out. Once it's out here, it's on the podcast.
It's locked in.
It's out there. It's locked in.
Yeah.
And everyone can scrutinize us for whatever reason, and we can be made fun of. Just screen record it and send it to us and make fun of us.
And this segment is going to be sponsored by our tipping competition.
Hey,
we have our own tipping competition. If you want to join, go into the AFL tipping website and type up Flagmantle Tipping Comp, or use our link tree in any of our social media platforms, and you will find it there. And we're just trying to get as many people in as possible because there's a grand prize at the end of it of $100 cash that we're putting up. So if you want to win that, if you want $100 cash, join our tipping comp. Right. But should we get into our predictions?
Should we get into the predictions? Yeah. I think though, guys, if you're in tipping and you got that uncanny ability, you got that skill,
you can pick a winner.
You can pick a winner, and you do it in your head every week. Just all you got to do is sign up to AFL Tipping, join our comp, do it for fun,
and win $100.
And win $100 by the end of the season. It's good fun, and you just get to prove everyone right. And we'll announce every week's winner.
Yeah, we'll have a little look at who's leading every week and who got the most tips.
It will be me.
I don't think it's going to be you.
Well, we'll see about that. Okay.
All right, our
Locked in.
locked-in predictions. Fremantle, St Kilda. Who's going to win and by how many points?
Okay, I've got Fremantle. There's no way that Fremantle should be losing this game on paper. Crazy things have happened. But I just think, come on, Fremantle. You've got a great defense. You've got all the expectations. You've made a great promo for the season. All the players are behind you. All the fans are behind you. This is where we create a statement. And I believe all Fremantle fans should be rallying behind this. This game is one way to start the season great. We're away from home. We're up against, our old arch nemesis, Saints.
Ross
pretty much.
Lyon.
Ross Lyon
Yeah.
and the Saints. We don't like the Saints. But this is just, come on, Fremantle. This is
By how many points do you
34.
think? 34? That's strange because I've put down Fremantle by 33.
33? Look at that.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's
Hive
going to be in
mind.
the 30s.
I think so.
It won't be a blowout, but it will
be
be
convincing.
Convincing win. Very convincing win. I think
right.
Fremantle should put them away by halftime. In my words, I think they should be chucking them away.
And then just cruise from there.
Cruise from there.
Who do you think is going to be Fremantle's best on ground?
I got Fremantle's best on ground. I'm going for none other than. I can't say him because I was
You have
going
to.
to. No, because no, I can't.
Why not?
It's the normal one. I put it. I
Brayshaw?
penciled it. Yeah, I penciled him in.
That's all right.
I penciled him in.
That's okay. You can say Brayshaw.
I think he's going to get over 30.
Mm.
He dominated at Marvel Stadium. He's just going to prove why. He's the future captain. He's a vice captain now. Caleb Sarong and Andrew Brayshaw, they're going to split this game open. They're going to prove why. They're the next upcoming duo in the AFL. They're the top AFL young midfielders in my eyes. There's a few others around them. Sam Walsh for one, but he's got to have a partner in crime. There's no partner in crime for Sam Walsh. That's his age.
You could argue the reigning Brownlow medalist is
You could
not a
say
bad partner
Patrick
in crime.
Cripps, but is he the same young
No,
age?
he's
I'm
he's
talking
gonna
about
be
young.
long gone by the time
I'm talking
Walsh
about
is taken over.
But you know what I mean,
Yeah.
young talent.
Yeah, I
Same
think Port
age.
have a few, but yeah.
You could arguably say that.
And the
Fremantle.
Swannies too. Yeah,
Swannies too. You could say
Warner
Errol
and Goulden.
Yeah,
Yep.
pretty much. They're around the same age.
Luke Ryan is going to be the best on ground, and I'll tell you why. St Kilda have no forwards. Luke Ryan is going to be eating every kick that
He's
goes
going to be
inside 50.
munching on them footies.
Yeah. If
every
he
time
has
comes through.
If he has 80 touches, I think that's probably unders. I think he's gonna, he's gonna have one of those games where he breaks a record or something like that.
Yeah,
he
exactly.
loves playing against the Saints, Luke Ryan. So I'm penciling him in as best on ground.
You've chucked him in.
Yep.
Love that. Love that.
First Fremantle goal scorer. Who do you have?
I have. Okay. So because of the committee.
Yeah.
Match committee, we
Yep.
do have Josh Tracy in.
Yep.
Do we? So
Yep.
we do have Josh Tracy in the lineup. I
Uh-huh.
think he's going to kick the first goal.
I've got the dual Brownlow medalist Nat Fife is going to start the game hot for Fremantle out the goal square and kick the first one for the Dockers.
First one.
Yep.
2023.
I think
Nat
so.
Fife, take a bow.
Yeah.
That's it.
And opposition watch. Who do you think is going to tear the competition apart for the other team?
As I hinted before, Jack Sinclair, he is a talent. If anything happens between now and him playing the game, this player, he's something else. There's a reason why he's All-Australian last year. He's definitely something else. He's going to be, doing his utmost best to try and repel all the attacks from the Fremantle midfield and wing. The wingers, and obviously our halfbacks are an attacking group of defenders. So I think Jack Sinclair is going to do his utmost job to stop this, but it's going to be too much for one person. You're going to need a whole outfit.
You need an army.
You need an army. You need at least all six of your back to do really well to just stop something like that, coming to fruition. But yeah, Jack Sinclair.
Yeah, that is a good call. I'm going to go with the substitute.
Subs?
The amount of injuries they've had, the amount of injuries the Saints have had, I think the sub is going to come in handy for the Saints. Shall we look at the tipping?
Should we look at the tipping?
Yeah, so let's walk through who we've tipped for each game, shall we, Real Car?
No, we should. Let's get into it.
So Richmond Carlton, who have you got? And by how
Richmond,
many?
Carlton. By
Yep.
how many? I've got Richmond down. I'm going to think. I think they just got this easily. It's
By
gonna
how
be
many?
18 points.
18.
It's going to be a tough one.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good battle. Hope
Yep.
it's a cracking game of footy. But Richmond, something about it. I'm going to think they're going to start their season off quite well. But yeah, Richmond for me.
I think it's the Tigers by
Tigers.
15 points.
15 points.
Geelong Cats
Nice.
or Collingwood Magpies, who have you got?
I got Geelong.
Me too. Roos or Eagles?
Roos, but I know you've gone with the Eagles.
Yeah.
I personally think just because it's over East, I think the Roos would love to start off great with Alistair Clarkson. I think something about it. I think Harry Sheasel is going to have a great debut. I think he's going to kick 3+. That's my smoky of the game. But yeah, I just think North Melbourne will get over by a few goals, I think.
I think the Eagles are just more experienced, talented list. And I think they're going to bounce back
That's fair.
a little bit this year. So I think they're going to start the year off with a strong win. Port Adelaide
Look at that,
or
guys.
Brisbane.
You owe Stewie with crediting.
Yep.
the West Coast Eagles.
I
Sorry.
said something nice about the Eagles.
That's once in a blue moon. That's okay.
Port Adelaide or Brisbane Lions. Who have you got?
I got Brisbane Lions.
Yep, me
There's
too.
nothing that says, no, you can't do that. Come on. Brisbane Lions got to win this.
Yeah.
That's Port Adelaide, even though they'll be wanting to start off well, Port.
Yep.
Brisbane Lions have always had a good track record at the start of the season against them, so I think Brisbane are going to continue that.
Yeah, I think they're just the better team. Melbourne or Bulldogs?
Melbourne, lock.
Yep, me
down.
too. Suns or Swans?
Sydney, sorry. Gold Coast Suns, they're going to have a good record, in my opinion, for the rest of the season, but you can't start the season off against the Sydney Swans. They're going to redeem their grand final atrocity. What it was,
Yeah, I'm going the Swans as well.
Swans it
Giants or Crows?
Crows, I'm with you, mate. Crows are going to have a pretty good rebounding year, in my opinion.
I think so.
I honestly, because I got them so low on my ladder, I'm going to be lenient. I'm going to say they're quite up in the race. Do you think?
Yeah.
They could be smoky for the top 8?
I think they're going to make the top 8, and I think they're going to start this year by winning this game against the Giants.
I think that's a fair call, mate.
Yep. Hawks or Bombers?
I got the Bombers.
Yep, me too.
It's a close
Snooze
one.
fest.
It's like
Snooze.
It's snooze fest. You could flip a coin and whoever wins, I wouldn't be stuffed about. But Hawks, I think they're wooden spoon material. No offense to the Hawks.
I think both these teams are wooden spoon.
Yeah, they got talent holes there and coaching problems as well. I just think this game is, as you said, a snooze fest.
Yes.
So I got Essendon though I got 6 points, but it doesn't really matter.
And we've already done St Kilda and Fremantle. We're both
Absolutely.
Fremantle believers because #Flagmantle.
Is a thing. You
Yes.
guys are Flagmantle. We are Flagmantle. And that wraps up the show, mate. Doesn't it not?
Oh, mate, it totally does. We've done 3 episodes this week.
Oh,
Let us know if you've enjoyed the 3 episodes
my
because
headset is getting quite heavy.
yeah, mate, I'm pretty tired. We're gonna have to upload these tonight, and we will see you guys next Tuesday.
Oh, well, that's it, guys. Remember, you guys are Flagmantle. We are Flagmantle. Peace out.
You are Flagmantle.
You are Flagmantle.
Thank you for listening to the Flagmantle podcast. It's been an honor hosting, hasn't it?
It surely has been, mate.
Can you
It's been
please, we are begging you 5 stars on Spotify. It means the world to
I'm
us.
on
It
my
lets
knees.
us
I'm on my
get
knees.
off your knees, mate.
Yes, I'm on my knees,
But
guys. Please.
It helps us push it out to as many people as we can. Thank you for listening. Follow us on Spotify, Instagram, TikTok, anything else, Real Car, Twitter,
anything
YouTube.
social media, honestly.
Anything social media, we have it. So please follow us on there. 5 stars.
Except
don't
for
forget.
OnlyFans.
We're also on Apple
Podcasts.
Podcasts, so if you listen to this on Apple Podcasts, follow us through there. Google Podcasts, the same. And thank you for listening. We'll see you next week.
Peace.